Welcome to another special episode of Supernatural Stories. For today, we have Aishah who would like to share her story while having her firstborn baby and pregnant. So, the story starts here. I am staying in the East. I have this neighbor, a makcik, who lives next door to mine. Our house is side by side. So, some days while I'm at home at night and my husband is working on the night shift, she will knock on my house door to ask me to come out and talk, chill and accompany her since she is bored. I am a very late sleeper, so I don't mind coming out or talking with her at night. One day, everything was normal. My husband went out to work in the evening and I'm at home alone. So I was expecting the makcik to knock on my window that night because we talk almost every day, but she did not knock at all. So, previously, when we talked, some nights the makcik would knock on my window. She will use a bamboo stick and tap on my window as she knows I'm always at the living room watching TV. So, the second night, while I'm at home alone, bored, hoping for the makcik to knock on my door or my window so at least I have a friend who would accompany me that night, but she did not knock on my house window or door. The story starts here. It was the fourth night and I was home alone. Suddenly, I heard someone knocking on my window, so I opened the door because usually, after the makcik tapped my window, she would appear at my house door. So when I opened the main door, there was no one out there. She did not appear at the door, and not thinking much and waiting for a few minutes, I closed the door. Feeling a bit weird, I ignored it and went to sleep. The next night, I went out to the market to buy some groceries. While shopping, I suddenly see the makcik's friends, who she usually goes out with. I asked them, "Where's my neighbor, the makcik?" as I haven't seen her for days. They told me the makcik is in the hospital because she is very sick. I was shocked and I asked them, "Since when is she in the hospital?" They said it was 4 days ago. So I thanked them for the information and went home. That night, my husband is working the night shift again, so I'm home alone. Sitting down in my living room watching TV, I suddenly hear a tapping noise on my window. So I went to the door and looked through the peephole. What I saw in the peephole was the makcik standing in front of my door facing the corridor. So I thought maybe the makcik just got back from the hospital and wanted to talk. So when I opened the door, to my surprise, there was no one there. Scared, I quickly slammed the door shut and started saying prayers. Taking a step back to my living room sofa, and suddenly I can hear the makcik voice greeting me. Scared and frightened, I ran straight to my bedroom, closed the door and hid in my bed. Shivering now, I kept on reading prayers and suddenly I heard tapping noise on my bedroom window. When I took the blanket off my face to look at the window, what I saw was an old lady outside my window with her eyes wide open staring at me. After seeing that, I passed out on my bed, and when I woke up, I saw my husband in front of me. So I told him everything that happened that night, and he recommended that we met an ustaz. When the ustaz came to our house, he said that we need to pray often so that these things won't come into our house. And what I saw was a ghost trying to disturb me as I was pregnant. So he cleansed the house and went off. A few days later, the makcik came back home. She said she felt very ill and stayed in the hospital. I never told her what happened that few nights, but I told her, next time, if we want to talk at night, do call my phone so I know it's her. She agreed and took my number, and the following days, everything was normal. So what do you guys think? Is it scary or not? And also, please subscribe to us. Press the bell notification icon to not miss another video. Also, the email over here is for you guys to go and send us your personal stories. If you guys have one, it's over here. So, enjoy yourself. And I'm gonna pick up someone, but it's at 4 a.m. Good night.